So a lot of our clients are transitioning to Xero Payroll at the moment. And I just want to run through the first steps of setting up payroll, and this is setting up the payroll settings. So to get to payroll settings, you just want to click on your company name at the top left, go to settings, and then go to payroll settings. Now you can see here, initially you've got the organisation tab with some information in here. So most of the time this will be pre-filled. And if you look here, from what I can see with this demo company, all of these are correct. Your numbers might vary slightly. I know ours is 803 for wages payable payroll. Our expense account is the same number, 477. So as long as the descriptions are much the same, obviously the bank account will be your business bank account, or the one that you would normally draw wages out of. These ones are normally left blank, and there's a couple of payslip options here, so you can show the employment basis and show annual salary on the payslip. Another option is uploading a logo for the payslip as well on there. So the next thing we'll go to is calendars. All right, now in this demo company, we can see that there are two calendars set up. There's a fortnightly and a weekly. Now, more often than not, we normally only have one pay calendar for our employees. On rare occasions, you might have, a certain selection of employees being paid fortnightly and others weekly or monthly. Normally, it's just weekly or fortnightly for everybody. So if you don't actually, I'm pretty sure when you set up payroll for the first time, it doesn't actually have any calendars in there. So you will have to add one in. So you click add and you just follow the steps through here. You can name it. The start date, when does the pay period start? So if you pay your employees, say, from Thursday to Wednesday, that's what we do. So we'd say, let's say it starts on Thursday, and the first payment date would also be Thursday. So the calendar starts on a Thursday, finishes on a Wednesday, and then you pay your employees on the Thursday. Sorry, that should be a week later. And you can tick the box here that says make this my default calendar. So if you've just got the one calendar, you probably want to tick that. Then we just go add. All right, now that's gone in perfectly. We can see that's the default weekly, and then from the 5th of March to the 11th of March, with the payment date being on the 12th. So let's go through to holidays. All right, now these are automatically put in for all of Australia. All right, Western Australia, Northern Territory. So your specific state holidays are here. More often than not, I think like your Easter shows and local show days, they won't come up, but all the national ones that are in there will come up. Obviously, say Queen's birthday is different in WA compared to Queensland and so forth. So, but anything national is automatically put in there. And that helps you to calculate when you're doing a pay run. That'll automatically know that there's a holiday there and calculate it accordingly. So you don't have to do anything in here unless you want to add in your local show holidays. In that case, you would go to add holiday and put in all the details. Next, we want to look at is pay items. All right, there's quite a few in here now. I think when it is first set up, when your file is first set up, You probably won't have all of these. The one we really need to make sure is set up correctly is ordinary hours. Most of these other ones we don't normally use. So yeah, what I'm showing you is just basics of setting up payroll and the pay items. So if you have something more complicated, you might want to talk to an employment specialist, or your accountant might be able to help you as well with that. So I'll run through the ordinary hours here. So I can see here that it is actually set up incorrectly because ordinary hours should actually be reportable as W1. So we want to go into that. You can change the name, you can change the display name, but we want to make sure that is ticked. Yeah, ordinary hours should always be reportable as W1. Otherwise, you're not getting taxed on it. Okay, and just click save. That is probably all we need. You can add in extra ones for ordinary time or overtime. You know, if you've got cafe workers that work different hours or might do a weekend shift where it's overtime or double time and a half for public holidays, you can add all that kind of stuff in. So see here, that one's set up and it says 1.5 times of employees' ordinary earnings. So you can change the rate and have a little play around with that. Right, so superannuation, this is a really important one. So this is the spot where you add in your employees' superannuation funds. So you must add it in here, into this spot, before you can pay any superannuation or even do a pay run for your employee. So to do this, you just click Add Superannuation Fund. More often than not, it's going to be regulated, but you can also change it to self-managed, which is just bank account details. So the regulated one, you can search for the super fund. Select it, make sure you type in their number. Actually, no, take that back. This is not where you put in their number. An employer number would be where, you know, let's say you've got a massive company and you direct your employees to go with a specific superannuation fund, and then you would be given an employer number. That's where you would pop that in there, and that is optional. So yeah, you have to add in each super fund for each employee. If you've got 2 employees with the same super fund, like Australian Super, you only need to put that super fund in there once, because then you can set it up with their details within their employee file. All right, so as far as payroll settings go, that is all we've got. If you have any questions, drop it into the comments below, and yeah, I'll get back to you with any questions or quiz one of the accountants about it.